Ben, is we've got a huge number more BMW Z4s in the field. Ferraris have been abandoned and Z4s picked up. Obviously, those bands have formed the chain, but Ben, they're about to start.
Not a particularly clean start as they come across the line now. Some of our race directors in the real world would not be happy with single file starts, but it does mean they're clean through Eau Rouge for the first time. Nice and easy going, making sure no one makes any contact. It's no braking zone really at the moment. A bit side by side further back as people try to sort themselves out. And now the attacking begins because we're coming towards the first real braking zone and a change for second position already. 24 hours of racing, no need to push so early on. Just kind of slows up. And there's a car way in front of a huge accident.
It's the Audi, the green and black Audi. I mean, the other BMW bouncing around, and it's taken out many cars. It's also given a traffic jam, so several teams are going to be a long way back, even though they avoided incidents. So the one Mercedes in the field, as you're quite right, Ben, has been beaten up straight away.
So the accident itself actually was happening way ahead of the car that we were following. Here is Team Redline Red. And what's his view? Presumably it blocks track by the time he gets to here.
Oh, it's
absolutely.
Gone. Yeah, and he got heavy in the back, yeah. So that's a weird place for the accident to happen because people lose it at the Bruxelles, which is the big hairpin after that. They'll go wide. But it was actually almost as though there was a kind of a coming together in the run between Malmedy and Bruxelles. I haven't seen it. I've done a lot of laps now.
Disastrous for two of the red line cars already. Now what happens here? Comes into La Source, turns in, he's being helped around.
And over by the green car, the lime green Ferrari has effectively ended his race. So
not fast in his first two stints. Niels Koch was right up there, but I feel as though for the moment, this car, Yuri Kasdorp's round, and he's been caught by somebody else. Kasdorp, who was trying to scuttle away in 7th position from the cars ahead of him. What has happened to Romain Grosjean's team?
Is he going to
find traffic?
No, I think what he's done is he come to the source. He may have given it a little bit too much power and looped it. So as we were talking about, keeping the traction control off to save the tyres, it may well be this is going to be a amateur error. Yep, he's looped it on power coming out of the La Source. It's easy to do.
No, Nick. It's the same as what we saw from the other car. He's lost it halfway through the corner.
Yes,
it's on the brakes where the car's rotating.
I don't know, it was brakes or you're right. Yes, fuel efficiency. It's the car that's got flames coming out of the exhaust the whole time. It's kind of the flashy feature of iRacing that the McLaren spits flame. It's just a bit of fun, but it's odd that the flame spitting McLaren is actually the car. Look at the inside. Don't take him. Late lunge, but he's been again. Nose wheels back there to be able to use the slipstream and then come out the top of the corner because this is you can see him gaining already. He's just got to stay in the seat long enough to get the run. And Pinto, who gained a huge amount last time, this is going to be, I'm sure, an easy pass. Perez will let him go through, but all the work was on the previous lap to gain 0.8 of a second in one lap. And Pinto now shows his class, moves.
As we see though, as you mentioned earlier, these two are just slowly gaining on that battle for second place. And in fact, that battle for second place is getting very interesting right about now.
Side by side, that is SimRC wanting to move on by. Yes, indeed. Charlie Collins up to second spot, the highest the Audi's been in any team so far tonight. 3 times since the final chicane. Just cannot get his way past Nunez, and that's now allowed it to be a 2-car fight for P3. MSI Esports Red looking to get back inside a podium position. Well, they say Fuel no, they want the spot to the inside line. Yes, by clear margin and then some.
Yeah, great movement from MSI. Once again, clawing themselves back up after the struggles from Marc Perez. Now he's going to have the draft to work with here on Camel Straight. And there he goes. He's going to make that move. That's 100% sure.
Looks like SimRCD tight and able to stretch in an additional lap, looking like a 26-lap stint. Lots of space given. Look at that. That's for potential position on the racetrack. Sanchez now up to second spot. What a move up the inside.
Ever the opportunist. Alejandro Sanchez. Fantastic stuff. Saw that the move was on there with SimRC. Saw that the inside was available at Malmedy, at Lecom into Malmedy. Here we go with the replay. We're on board with Sanchez then in that MSI Esports red car. The VRS Commander's car gets off throttle, does a little bit of fuel saving. You can run side by side through Lecom into Malmedy and gets that job done up into second place. He'll be wanting to just get a couple of laps now.
And I think they almost lost it there, Paul, actually, on the onboard.
Yeah, whilst Lorenzo was talking, I had to take a deep intake of breath there because, you know, lightning reflexes of a cat. Look at this on the super slow-mo here. Gets it out over the curb onto the AstroTurf, and that just suddenly gets the back end really loose there. I think it's going to be a change of underpants for Joni Takkanen after this moment. It looked impressive on board with them. Hopefully we can get that view on board again on the replay here, as he says, padding for his director to be able to give us that onboard replay here if he can. There we go. Thank you very much, Hugo. But yeah, you look at this and watch the steering wheel reaction here. Is wide. There you go. Big moment. That could have so easily have spat him across the track into that concrete wall on the left-hand side.
Well, if he hit the wall hard enough, could have turned that concrete wall. Just reaching the back end of traffic. GasX Racing was up the road, nearly hit the back end of him. And this was just as Canopy was reeling him for P3. Let's take another look on the replay. Dropped a couple positions as a result. Way too much speed into the corner.
Yeah, I'm just taking a little quick look over here. They're coming into pit path. I think they might be caught off guard a little bit by the back marker right in front of him. He had kind of expected the back marker to be on the very white line on the outside. That's why I think Takkanen, regardless of what happened, carried too much speed. And Paul just said it is make it or break it, and unfortunately broke the car, and it broke 2 positions back. Now shut back to P5, 6 seconds away, nearly 7 from the Vendaval Sim Racing thing. But that is disastrous for the former racing lead in the VRS Coenda number 108.
Yeah, this might hurt the strategy. Right inside the draft, just not able to get the run to make the pass. This is really holding them up now with that difficult to get by. Contact! Bruno Spengler gets spun around. The BS competition machine shuffled back now to P12 with a spin and a bunch-up contact moment.
That was looking like it was always going to happen there, and unfortunately for Bruno, he was the one who got caught out by it. That lap traffic just bunching them all up, the concertina effect. We'll have a look at the replay then, and it's just on the brakes into the first left, has to just slow down that little bit more, and the car behind, that Biela Racing Team Euronics car, just not able to avoid the rear of that BMW. Just the slightest of contact, the weight is over the front of the car at that point, so it's so easy to spin that car around right there.
Situation. And they're fighting now amongst those cars. Biela Racing Team Euronics get turned. So that came up really quick. They were the ones who made contact just now with BS competition. Now they get turned, that time through Lecom.
Wow, I was just looking over here for Salvatale, just making the move on the inside of Lecom's, just staying door to door, just goes a little bit wider than usual, has a contact on the rear right side, on the rear left of that Ferrari 488 off Biela Racing Team Euronics, as you guys are going to see on the replay. Just get door to door, it goes a little bit wide. There's the touch, sends them back into the tire barrier. And for BS competition, just goes past them by them now. They're just going to say karma.
I mean, I was thinking that in my head, I have to say, Lorenzo, but I don't think that's what Biela Racing Team is thinking after that
absolutely
contact.
not.
I was just thinking.